Hi, and welcome to this edition of the Pregame Show for the 2015 Beer Olympics. I'm Alex, your lead anchor, and this is John, Beer Olympics expert. This is the pregame show for the third annual Beer Olympics Games on Sloan Street in the Courtyard Garage. It is going to take place Friday, October 30th at 9 p.m. Do not miss it. We have a weather forecast. It's going to be a high of 65, low of 50, a little bit warmer than last year.
Shouldn't be as much of an issue for cramps this year, or people really complaining about the cold beer. It's probably not going to happen that much.
I know Sam struggled a lot last year. He is probably going to dress a little warmer. We'll see how that affects the athletes.
Hypothermia is not very likely.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's good though. That's good. The garage will be closed. All right, so we're going to run through a couple of the teams this year. Starting off, we have Team Australia.
So this year, Team Australia's got a very interesting combination of individuals led by team captain Savannah. And I'm sorry to announce, Savannah, that Chipotle will not be sponsoring these games. We caught up with John and Michael of Team Australia. Let's hear what they've got to say.
Team Australia, how do you survive all the deadly animals that pervade your everyday life?
We live with them. We speak with them, and we thrive with them.
Okay.
Sure. New Zealand stuff.
Are you going to dress as a kangaroo?
Yes. It's already been done.
It's going to be a surprise.
Yes. No surprise. Yes. Kangaroos everywhere.
Well, it looks like John is already carb loading for the games. Little Caesars won't be a sponsor also. Definitely. Sorry to hear that. Vegas currently has Team Australia listed at odds of 1 to 100. John, what is your prediction?
I think Australia is probably going to come in about 10th place.
There's only 8 teams, correct?
Yeah, but there's no way they're getting above 10th place.
That's very, very respectable.
Strong field this year. Australia's not going to make it.
Well, Australia, good luck. Now we move on to Team USA. Team USA is arguably one of the more patriotic teams in this year's games. They are coming off a tough second place finish from last year's games. We couldn't reach Team USA's captain, Jason, because he is pretending to be a crew coach currently, but we did reach out to New Jersey native and current U.S. citizen, Nick. How you feeling about Beer Olympics this year?
Oh, fantastic. We got a great team this year, and we're ready to kick some ass.
What are you working most on, drinking skills?
I think the chugging aspect.
Aspect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you really got to open it all up and just let it flow.
Okay.
But I think we can.
What if there's one team out there that you really want to beat? What is that team?
Going back to World War II, 1939 and 1940s.
The Jews.
Yes.
Well, it was nice to catch up with Nick. And John, so what is your prediction on USA this year? They are coming off 2 heartbreak second place finishes.
That's true. USA is coming up short in recent years. I think they've got the athletes to compete, but do they have the beer drinking athletes? We'll see at Beer Olympics.
Very good question. Very good question. We now move on to Team Ireland. John?
So Team Ireland is led by the power couple, Becky and JR. Look for them to drink way more beer than they should. I think they're related to their similar drinking styles. They chug real fast. Coming in as one of the favorites, if they could stay away from fighting with other teams, I'm talking about you, Becky. We're able to catch up with the first overall draft pick in this short video.
Becky, what is a good training ritual that you do right before the games?
I take 10 shots prior to the games beginning. Kind of loosens up my body, my throat, and it gets me ready.
What are Ireland's expectations for this
victory? Easily. Slide victory. So
is Joe going to be able to pull his own weight in this game?
Nah, he's probably going to puke.
So it was good to catch up with Becky. She is one of the better girls in this year's games. John, will the top part of the Irish team, Becky, JR, will they be able to carry the lower part like Joe and Alex?
Well, see, I think it's a tough task because Joe really is a huge bitch. He's a bitch in this region and he's a bitch in that region. Alex, he's unproven. Last year he was a ref. We really don't know what his drinking style and capabilities are. But they've got a good shot at that.
I heard he's been training.
I heard he's been training as well.
We'll see. Well, now we move on to Team Mexico. And this is a new addition to this year. We have not had Mexico in the past. In previous years, this team has been a bit of a letdown. They come in with a lot of talk, but can never really quite deliver that gold medal.
That's true.
We caught up with the team captain, Dan. Dan, you guys were Jamaica last year and, had big expectations, but came in 5th. What are you guys feeling for this year?
We did have big expectations last year. I was very disappointed. Rob couldn't fucking eat a marshmallow and chug at the same time. So, we had to move. We should have moved some positions around. Also, I'd like to point out that we were the only team that successfully went through the chug in the beginning. That just screwed us up. It screwed us up.
Let's give us one surprise member on your team who we should be looking out for.
Sid Kasich, our new girl this year. So look out for her. She could chug. She's from Jersey.
So John, we did catch up with Dan, and they have been a letdown in the past. Rob could not eat the marshmallows, as Dan said.
True.
They have been compared to the Dallas Cowboys. There's a lot of talk, but can never deliver.
Right.
Is 5th place the top place for Team Mexico?
I think 5th place is about the ceiling for Mexico. They're definitely a team that's striving for first, but I don't know if they've got the legs or the stomach to reach it. We'll see. We'll see how Team Captain Dan responds to this criticism. I know he really likes to get competitive.
It is true. As long as he doesn't throw any interceptions, they have a good chance. So now we move on to Team Norway, a Scandinavian country, as we know. Universal healthcare, right?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah,
It's
Bernie
definitely
Sanders has been pushing for that.
Yeah.
All right, so star beer drinker Jimmy Page was unable to join this team this year. He has been missing since he partied way too hard on June 7th of this summer.
Yeah.
We've been looking for him and reaching out to him, but he just couldn't join the team. But good thing is Norway did pick up 13th round pick Garrett Kroll. I think he's going to be able to deliver and fill in for Norway.
He's got a similar build to Jimmy Page.
He does. He looks very similar.
Very similar, yes.
Also, Alex continues his quest to look like the guitarist Slash. If you've seen, he is growing out his hair,
yes,
maybe in response to the Beer Olympic Games.
I hear he sucks a guitar though. That's an unfortunate consequence. Yeah. Okay.
But it's all right. This is beer drinking though, right?
That's fine.
So we did catch up with 13th round pick Garrett. Garrett, you were on one leg last year. We didn't give you a disabilities waiver. Are you pissed about that?
No, my injury was my own fault. I dealt with it, and I think we came through just fine anyways.
Playing through the pain, it's a big part of Beer Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
You moved away from, liquor and Franzia to beer. I heard you've been drinking a lot of beer. How's your training going?
Actually, it's going really well. We had Edward 40 hands this summer, and I won. So
congrats,
I think it's going pretty well.
What is your Norwegian name?
Norwegian name? I haven't really worked on that yet. I'll have to get back to you on that.
So, John, now that we've heard from Garrett and Dom, I forgot to mention, how much drop-off does this team have from Jimmy Page, but adding Garrett?
Alex, I don't know how you can replace the freewheeling, free-balling Jimmy Page. I mean, that guy did coke like 90% of the time, and he still outdrank everyone in the room. I don't know how you replace somebody like that. Norway's got to drop this year in the rankings.
Garrett, good luck, man. Good luck.
So now we turn our analysis to Canada, who's taking a break this year from logging and collecting maple syrup to participate in the games. One might say they're making to make a pancake in this year's games. I heard one of them might actually be running for the mayor of Toronto following the festival.
He'd have a good chance of winning.
He'd have a good chance of winning. He'd be drunk enough, that's for sure.
We go out to Tall Mike and Matt for their analysis. How much maple syrup do you guys consume on the average day?
Average day?
Yeah, average
24 to 36 ounces. Maple syrup. We usually have maple syrup chugging contests to start off the morning.
Okay. How do you feel that hockey is not an event at the games?
Well, it should be an event. Clearly it's the greatest sport in the world. But obviously, we're a little heartbroken. But we're gonna make it up in curling.
So, John, is Canada this year's sleeper team to make a run at the championship?
Well, if by sleeping you mean hibernation, then yes. It's cold enough. They've got the Bears. I think they should just go into hibernation and not even try.
Very good analysis, John. Very good analysis. So, John, now we turn to Team Russia, and the members did spend last year invading Ukraine thanks to Putin, but I do hear that they will drink the same amount of beer this year.
That'd be great. That'd be great to see. They were champions 2 years ago, and I think they'll return to the top this year.
I'm glad to see them back in action. So now, for more on Russia, we turn to Chris. Chris, how you doing today?
Great.
How is the weather compared to Russia?
The weather here is a little bit nicer. Rather in Russia, very snowy. But if you have a good alcohol blanket, you're set.
Vodka or beer?
Have to go vodka.
What does Putin think of these games, and what did he say to you before you left Russia?
Well, after talking with Putin a little bit, he said get excessively drunk, and the only other thing he said was fuck Obama.
Well, now that we've heard from Chris, John, which one of the Bash brothers will take home MVP for Russia?
Well, John's definitely a beast, that's for sure. But Matt does have some pretty fucking awesome hair, and I hear he's living in basically a bro house. So look for him to chug like 6 or 7 beers right off the bat.
Bros can chug.
That's true.
Right on.
Buy it. Buy it.
All right, we turn
Sell
now to Team Germany with finance mogul Brooks and local badass Taylor. So, fellas, y'all are the fan favorite to win this year's Beer Olympics. How have you trained differently, knowing you have this expectation set forth in front of you?
Well, I think it only gives us an edge. I mean, we have that expectation. We got to go for the three-peat. Obviously, we've won the last 2 years. And we're seniors. We can't walk away with a loss. So it's only going to motivate us more and make us that much stronger.
I think Brooks is trying to say that we are clearly the superior race here.
Well, okay, yeah,
That's well said. Yeah.
well said. Okay, so you've got a new team member this year, Phoebe. She's really getting into the strong team chemistry here. How has she affected that bond that you already share?
She's a firecracker, She's been around Clemson for quite a while, and she's a Beer Olympics veteran, and she's definitely a heavy hitter on our team.
Okay. So what kind of training methods have y'all employed this year to try to really get an upper leg on the other teams?
Well, we've been holding some, team practices on the weekends. We've had issues with one team member not being available that night, but in the end, we've all met up at actually meeting up with Phoebe tonight. She's been busy, but she's putting in her hours tonight. We're gonna really knock it out as a team, get that good flip cup. I've been doing some 40 hands practice, during the day.
Okay.
That's not in the competition, but it strengthens me as a drinker. So
makes sense. Personal improvement. If there's any Greek people in your team, are you prepared to bail them out of this Beer Olympics?
Well, we'll have to consult the rest of the members of the European Union, but I'm sure that we can come to an agreement.
Yes. So a big part of how y'all have been able to win is by winning within the rules and stretching them where you need to, but not breaking them. How do you think that the referee's attitude affects the flow of games?
It can be critical. I mean, I've seen some terrible calls. In fact, we got gypped big time once on a game, and that really hurt us. But we still came back. We still won. So at the end of the day, we're gonna be strong enough to push past any bullshit calls. We're gonna move right ahead.
It's good to hear. Well, now let's see what the refs have to say themselves. We're going out to Brandon, who is the head ref between Brandon, Casey, and Grayson, who are all going to be this year's Beer Olympics.
Brandon, you were a table ref last year. How is it you were promoted to head ref? How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think we're going to try and keep everything more under control this year. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice. Can you handle all these guys?
To be honest with you, probably not. If you've ever seen like Garrett at the end of the night, it'll be tough.
Yeah. So the moment is here, the pick for this year's 2015 Beer Olympics. So Brooks, I'm going to start with you. Who is going to take home the gold this year?
I mean, that's going to be, the classics, Team Germany, we have the OGs. That's who wins these type of things. The OGs, they got the wisdom, they got the knowledge. They're going to execute on point. Team Germany, winners 2015.
Brooks, agree to disagree. I'm going to have to go with Ireland. Love their colors, love Guinness. I'm picking Ireland. John?
In the past 2 years, Vegas has correctly picked the lines. They picked Russia in 2013, and they picked Spain in 2014. This year, they have Ireland as the 2-point favorites. But get out of here! Team Russia's gonna win!
No!
No!